Hey folks, how you doing? Brian Blessing coming to you from Las Vegas, and we are ready to roll. A brand new week coming out in the gang at oddsworthbetting.com. They've got you covered each and every day in this space with the featured pick of the day. They will help you get to the winner's circle, get to the windows with confidence. Hey, listen, on a Monday, we got 9 NBA games. It's a pretty light night in college basketball. On the NBA hardwoods, 9 games in total. San Antonio will be at Indiana. You can see this being a half-court game. Golden State at Philly. Best of luck to the Sixers in this one, the way Golden State's been going this year. New York will be at Miami. The Knicks a tad better of late. Brooklyn at Milwaukee, a game on the docket Monday night. Then we look at the Clippers at Dallas, and this is one of those deals. What are we getting out of the Clippers? They've thrown some absolute clunkers out on this road trip. Now they take on the Mavs in Dallas. And then Oklahoma City will be taking on the Nuggets in Denver. And this Thunder team, it has been a very long season, injury riddled, fighting that fight to get in the playoffs in the Western Conference. On the college basketball hardwoods, again, this is a very light night. Duke will be at Florida State whenever the Blue Devils are on the court. They garner a pretty good deal of attention on television and at the windows. Interesting basketball game with Iowa State at Oklahoma. Iowa State is at Oklahoma. The other one is Oklahoma State at Baylor. And don't sleep on this Baylor team. This is the time of year where the Big 12 gets a lot of pub. I say the smaller conferences like the Metro Atlantic, even the Atlantic 10. St. Bonaventure had the upset win over an injured VCU team on Saturday. By the way, did you happen to see that? That was the fastest rush of a crowd onto a court I've ever seen. The ball was barely through the hoop at the buzzer, and the whole stands were on the court. It was pretty amazing. But you watch teams like that, and you start to project a few short weeks out when we get to conference tournaments in teams that are going to be in that elimination mode, going to give some really good teams a really tough tussle. Baylor is one of these teams, I think, when the big dance rolls around, 18-5, depending on the matchup, I don't know how deep Baylor can go, but on any given day, I think Baylor can beat anybody. They buy in defensively. They hit the glass like nobody else in the country. They jumped to a 22-point lead in the first half at West Virginia over the weekend. 87-69 ended up being the final. That's an impressive road victory. And listen, Rico Gathers, this kid can play at 17 points, 17 boards in that game. But don't sleep on Baylor when the tournament rolls around. Just throw that out there for you. It's a team I will be paying close attention to. And then we get to the National Hockey League on a Monday night, just 5 games. And really no huge marquee game. Maybe the get-out game garners a little bit of attention. But Edmonton is at New Jersey. Oilers have been playing hard. Pull off an upset here and there. They beat San Jose, but they were lit up by a very poor Toronto team. Now they're at New Jersey trying to right the ship a little bit. Give the Kings a little bit of credit. This Eastern road swing's not treated them kindly, but after the loss in Florida, they showed some moxie and bounced back and beat Tampa Bay on Saturday. Vancouver will be at Minnesota. Arizona, tough test for the Coyotes here at Chicago. The get-out game, though, is interesting. It's a rematch of a game just played on Wednesday. Calgary will be at San Jose. When the game was in Alberta, the Flames came up with a 3-1 win over the Sharks. And this Calgary team, 8 games over 500. It has been a very solid campaign for the Calgary Flames. That Western Conference, the final push to the postseason and the trade deadline coming up March 2nd. I think there'll be some very active teams, especially in the Western Conference at the trade deadline, and then it will be a great horse race to the end of the regular season. It's the beginning of a brand new week. We got more golf coming up. They'll be playing at Pebble Beach this weekend on the PGA Tour. Lots of action, lots of opportunities. As always, featured pick of the day, oddsworthbetting.com. They've got you hooked up. Check out the featured pick of the day, available to you right below this video.